MLB The Show's been out for 3 weeks. After 200 plus hours and definitely way too much caffeine, we've finally acquired Carlos Beltran along with Roger Clemens and Gil Hodges. I didn't spend a penny on this team, but the question is, how can you do the same? My name is jMils, and this is how to get collections in MLB The Show 25 for completely free. Let's get into it. Actually, since everyone's having ChatGPT do everything for them these days, let's start with asking ChatGPT what it thinks is the best way to make stubs in MLB The Show 25 in order to complete collections for free. Now, I'm not going to read this entire 5-paragraph essay, but I'll give a quick summary. Feel free to pause and read the entire thing if you're really curious. But our AI overlords think you should focus on in-game events and challenges, both daily and weekly challenges, seasonal and special events as well. You should optimize your gameplay with match participation and optimizing your roster and strategy. You should dismantle duplicates, whatever that means, and stay updated on community tips. Ultimately, the best and safest approach is to play the game as intended. Interesting. And use the available challenges, dismantle excess items, probably means sell. I don't know why it's saying dismantle, probably means sell. And remain engaged with community news for any time-limited opportunities. This method may take a bit more time, but it keeps your account secure and ensures you earn rewards fairly. So ChatGPT is very anti-exploit, which is fair. Now, while this sounds helpful, it's really saying a whole lot of nothing. So let's look at how I did it, or actually start with how I didn't do it. Now, some of you might be thinking that I just went flawless 10 times and happened to get all the high diamonds that way. And while that was the main strategy the past few years, things have changed. If you look, I have none of the flawless icons. Shocking, I know. Now, that being said, I did get judged from a 10-win run. This is kind of awkward, but it's the only 10-win run I got. I got past 8 wins 3 times. The other 2 times were for Sale and Wheeler. So maybe I just didn't really have my head in the game because the 10 wins weren't really worth much, and the flawless rewards themselves are also cratering pretty quickly, because I don't know the last time you saw someone throw Goose Gossage or use Lance Berkman, but it would be a first for me. But once I saw Judge was my 10 win, I definitely locked in and brought him home. I also tried flipping the market, but it didn't work nearly as well as in previous years. This year, margins are a lot tighter on these cards, the difference between the buy now and the sell now. So much, in fact, that on many cards, after the 10% tax, you might actually lose money if you tried flipping them. Overall, I probably made around 50,000 from flipping. Definitely not a meaningful amount either. That being said, it is free stubs when you're not actively playing the game, if you've got some downtime or watching TV or something, so you can always give it a shot. So in terms of what I actually did, there are 2 key pillars. The first being when there are new cards that come out that will quickly lose value, you should get them and then sell them. The most common example would be the World Series and BR rewards. Currently, we have Mickey and Carlton, who, when they came out, were going for well north of 100K, but now are 25 to 30. And if you look at Jimmy Rollins, one of the new flawless rewards, his price is rapidly declining as well. Now, while making World Series is much easier this year, it's certainly not attainable for everybody. The previous statistics were that it was around 1% of the player base, and they are trying to broaden that to allow more people to naturally obtain those rewards when they're valuable. And same with BR, certainly not the easiest mode. Heck, I have Beltran and haven't gone flawless yet. So then your next option is the multiplayer program, which is filled with packs, XP, sellable cards that were at one point valuable and depreciated quickly. Again, same with Pendleton, his price declined precipitously. Same with Veritek and Bautista. If you could get either of them early on day one, you could make 100K stubs, which, depending upon when you're going for collections, could be anywhere from 5 to 15, 20%. Then, of course, the other new option this year is the Weekend Classic. Just as a reminder, in the last 4 days of each ranked season, there will be the Weekend Classic. And to really simplify it, your first 6 games during the last 4 days of ranked will give you additional rewards. And as you climb the rank ladder, those rewards will scale depending upon your maximum rating in rank prior to the start of the Weekend Classic. And if you look here, the rewards for being in the highest tier are incredibly lucrative. SDS just released today that they'll be bringing back Corey Kluber as one of the options in the Weekend Classic choice pack here that you get for 1 win in the Immortal tier. And for the uninitiated, you'll learn soon enough. Corey Kluber is one of the best pitching options in MLB The Show. The other option in that choice pack will be this Carlos Correa, who overall is a very well-rounded shortstop who's got great fielding and reaction, along with a more than serviceable bat at a position where defense really comes at a premium this time of year. So you can sell all of these rewards, and if you've got the stick skills, also get a really sick icon along the way. That Kluber and Correa will definitely be pricey from the start, but should also depreciate over time. During the pre-launch streams, when they were explaining the multiplayer program, they talked about rewind packs or rewind cards being in there. I believe that was in reference to the World Series and BR rewards. Now, that being said, I would not be surprised if we also saw these Weekend Classic pack cards in there as well sometime down the line to make sure there is enough supply in the game. And those are all of the content-driven opportunities to make stubs in this game, where you really need to take advantage of content timing. Now, if you can't take advantage of those content drops, or if you want to make more stubs in the in-between time, there are plenty of passive options as well. One tip I don't see a lot of people talk about is actually in Conquest, one of the older modes in DD. SDS actually hides a lot of packs in these Conquest maps under random tiles. So it's worth your time to just go through and sim out some spaces to pick up some of these packs. Who knows, you might just find that last time you need to complete a team, division, or even the whole thing. And while opening packs may not be the best strategy in terms of expected value, free packs certainly don't hurt, and they could be pretty high risk or high reward. And man, let me tell you, that felt really good. Now, another place you can get packs is actually in Road to the Show. There are a lot of equipment packs that they give you for free as you're playing the game, and those definitely could net you some serious stubs. Now, from actual gameplay, I found the most success with the Pipeline Diamond quest here. Now, I've come up with what I believe to be the optimal route when playing this Pipeline Diamond quest, and I'll share with you the logic behind that so you can apply it to whatever diamond quest you want to focus on when executing this strategy. But in terms of why I picked the Pipeline Diamond quest, the starting percentages for the epic rewards are the highest of any of the currently available diamond quests as of recording. And a DQ run had been consistently netting me 20 plus K over the last 3 weeks. Certainly more towards the start of the year, but nonetheless, still quite viable. Now, this is the optimal path, and here's why. Now, just know I'm skipping the moments and showdowns for illustrative purposes for the sake of this video, but you definitely should be playing these. This is the simplest route to get to both stadiums with both rewards guaranteed at 100%, at least on GOAT difficulty. Now, you have to consider the pathing of the Zone Sweeper. The Zone Sweeper is this red circle that you see moving around the map. If you happen to land on the same tile as the Zone Sweeper, you will play an MLB team at their park in a 3-inning Legend game. You get no say over the difficulty. When I was doing this, I did go directly at the Zone Sweeper because I like packs, and Legend was always a good warm-up before playing on GOAT, but this path intentionally avoids the Zone Sweeper. You could certainly go 1 row up across the bottom and get the game in against him if you want the extra 5 bundle and the perk that they offer. So once you get to this point, you should be at or around 100% for the epic reward. I'm obviously not, because I skipped all of the moments and showdowns, and you get penalized for that. Don't do that, by the way. But you should be at or around 100%. If you're close, you can always just grab a tile or 2 up and around and get those final few percentage points to guarantee those rewards on GOAT. It's also worth noting that you'll pick up some peanuts in this process, and since those transfer from map to map and save to save, you can build up a nice easy bankroll of peanuts if you just run around the map avoiding the zone sweeper, and then you can use them whenever you find the cart. Now, if goat isn't really your thing, what I would recommend is to go through and take out the entire map, complete all of these squares, actually do the moments and showdowns, collect the peanuts. That way you have the highest percentage chance to play on the difficulty you're most comfortable on, which is ultimately what will be best for you, because the rewards being 100% on goat are great until you lose all of your rewards because you lose to the CPU, which is totally fair. I've done it plenty of times too, and it will happen. I wouldn't let it discourage you too much though. So like I said, at the time of recording, this pipeline diamond quest has been the best option for stubs, but that may not be the case in the future. So take those tips and apply them to figuring out the optimal route, whether or not you want to play the zone sweeper, or if you're just gonna complete the entire map and play on Hall of Fame or Legend, maybe even All-Star, to maximize your chances of getting the rewards. Now, for one last tidbit of wisdom, we'll circle back to the market, and it's about the order in which you should be buying these cards. Now, if you take a look at the highest priced diamonds, like Shohei Ohtani, his price has been slowly creeping up since the game came out. So there's an argument to be made that you should go after all of these 90 plus diamonds and even the 88s sooner rather than later, so they don't get more expensive on you. The other strategy is to look at these intermediary collection rewards and see which ones would help your squad in the near term. A lot of people like this Chase Headley, and also this Steve Finley. That's a requirement for Chase Headley. So the other way to do it is to go division by division. I started with the National League, got Chase Headley, Jordan Zimmerman, and then Ted Simmons, which gives me Gil Hodges, which, like I showed earlier, is an incredible card for April, May, June, July, maybe even August and September. They seem to be taking this power creep thing really slow this year. So there's real long-term value getting these guys. Now, all that being said, sure, it's nice to have Beltran 3 weeks into the game. For me, it gives me the sense of, great, now I can actually play. But that doesn't mean everyone needs to play that way. It takes a lot of time and effort to get the collection rewards. I mean, this is arguably a 2 million stub card. Now, he's clearly the best outfield option I have and will be for a very long time, but you don't need to have him this early. The majority of the player base doesn't. But if you follow these tips, it might just help you get Beltran for free like I did. Thanks for watching. I've got some videos here that I think you'd like, so please check them out. Drop a like and leave a comment. Maybe it'll be a topic for my next video. And if you want, please hit that subscribe button. It's completely free and just supports the channel and lets you know when I post new content. Thanks for watching.